Hey everybody, what's up? This is Centuries once again with a new video, and today we're gonna see this one called Equals, and I believe it involves the four girls. Because I thought, as much as I love part 2 of Self-Love, I think that was a weird end, so I think this is the true end. And I just want to say, well, I'm gonna give a review at the end of this, so here we go. New side story. Okay everyone. We're gonna take a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, so Yuri and I already came up with a really good plan. Okay, for the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are good during food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get the most out of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food that we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Yes, Yuri. Wow, I got tricked twice with the same joke. It's not a joke. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking we really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll take time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah. That's too embarrassing. But you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I don't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way we get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. You're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, fine. You can start. I don't mind. Yay. So. Gosh, feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself. You know, like it's just a poem that I can share without feeling like I'm burdening some of my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and there was just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help me. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. I'm sorry, hearing Monica saying "oh gosh" so much makes me think of Goofy. Gosh, this is a literature club, isn't it? I wonder if I'll meet cute girls here. Yuck. But it ended up bringing me it ended up being me who was inspired. Because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel like a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped me give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone. I never really thought about that sort of thing. But I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. That makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would continue coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember being uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Well, yes and no. I mean, sometimes you can make great friends just through the interest that you share with them. And, you can be friends with different kinds of people, so yes and no to that. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But look where you are now. But I stayed in the club, thanks to that. And I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Though, I always say that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. And also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. Hey, you know what? I do that too. It's so strange the way things turn out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh. You're so cute when that I'm going to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh. Well, for me, it's actually true. Okay, no, Yuri. I'm gonna stop you right there. If I had to give you a rating, it would be a 10 out of 10. If I had to give Natsuki a rating, it would be 10 out of 10. Basically, all four of you are 10 out of 10. Plus you're special in your own different ways. What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else has to take turn. My heart. Yuri, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you're complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, I thought the most important thing you got out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you are really forgiven. It looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No. I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey. Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kinda hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess when it comes down to that is, I'm in much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. Was it just some of you, or was it just Yuri? Because Monica never really pointed it out when she saw it. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was just to ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really about how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. She's the most emotional about this. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. I remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? I was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what the literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. And you really taught me someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I always was such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But when everyone kept proving me wrong, I made the mistake multiple times. My way was the best for everyone. Or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is help guide people, rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing? I just thought we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. I had to say it in that tone because Sayori is always doing a lot of stuff in the background. And it gets to the point where somebody notices and they start addressing it. I thought that was funny. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case, that takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought. I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sayori writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole list of things now. You're missing one. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands her a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki decides and writes self-love. I don't know what it did, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about the literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri get gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. Oh, this is gonna be the CG, isn't it? We don't have one, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can fit you all in. Are they gonna take a selfie? Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we come, with only 4 members. Yeah. I have so many happy thoughts right now. No, please. Are you gonna go down this route? Are you all gonna say words that are gonna trigger people who played the first game? I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get to some writing done. Me too. I think I will like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club dispersed and returned to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri gave each other a quick glance and then started writing immediately. Sayori switches and does the same. But Monica has left tapping the pen against the paper, unsure where to start. Just move your hand. Monica mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. Doesn't matter what, it's just that it's something new. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is triggering me so much. Oh. Oh. Oh, is that my house? I think that's my house. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Is this the end? It's the end. Oh my goodness. Just the way the background faded like that. I was... Squid-chan, Lusitsky, Delinquent. Joseph Boyd, Robert Simmons. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna... Jason Hayes and Asterius Sky. They're the guest musicians for this. Okay. I want to press X, but I don't want to risk skipping this. So I'm gonna lay my controller down. And oh my word. Alright. Where did I begin with this? Like, this is obviously an alternate universe. Okay? Because when we started playing the first game, Natsuki was still with her friends because she's like, do you think I could really share this kind of thing with my friends? And now that we've seen what kind of friends she has, then we know. The only difference, a big difference from both universes is that in the side story universe, she breaks her friendship with her other friends, who weren't really her friends, but that's beside the point. I mean, I wasn't totally sure. I mean, I did read the reviews, I did read what people thought about it and what people said it was about. Seeing confirmed it for me. When Natsuki said she was gonna break her relationship away from her friends, then we know we were on the right track. It's like, the only person that didn't belong was me. And thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. Well, I'm glad to be a part of it. Made with love by Team Salvato. Well, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Team Salvato. And thank you, Serenity Forge, for helping develop this game. And that's the picture. Oh, my word. Is Yuri still worried about her hair? Oh, wow. That is a great end. That is a great way to wrap up. Alright. So... Yep. So that's all the side stories, and we are done with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So first, we're going to read the mail. Ethics. So we're going to read these emails in the right order now. So here we go. Simply put, it's not our job to arbitrarily decide upon some code of ethics just because we're the first ones to do this, to our knowledge. That's the government's job to figure it out, long after we made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to apply ethical reasoning to this anyway, because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge and understanding of life forms similar to ourselves. We don't have ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for the creatures that we can convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our BMs operate completely different from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than a machine that's programmed to print, "I feel sad." We're engineers, not philosophers. Are you telling me that we shouldn't feel sorry for these girls, these characters that we've grown close to? I disagree. But this is a response to an email. Are you telling me there's one that I still haven't unlocked? On second thought, maybe I shouldn't read any of these. I mean, yeah. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna read it. I thought I was going to. So let's look at the pictures. Oh, we're missing one. Is this gonna be for our completion route? Completionist route? Everyone say cheese. Now I will make a funny face. I don't know which one I want for the thumbnail. This is great. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did not want to jump into that. I love this one a lot, honestly. But this one's definitely gonna be the background. Let me just look at this one more time. Okay. Add music. Did we unlock all the songs? Stories of friendship and literature. My song, your note. This played during the credits, didn't it? It's only a minute and a half. Wow. Review time. This game, 10 out of 10. Completely. No contest. Because it really puts a lot of thought into a game that you don't even have to mash buttons to win or anything. You just read about these people's lives. And it makes you just so invested into their lives. Like, what can I do? What if scenario? What if I was their friend? What if I joined the literature club without the craziness in the first game? Because from what I understand, the difference here between the side stories and the main game is that we are the people who don't belong. We are the odd man out. It's not Yuri, it's not Natsuki, it's not Monica. It's not even Monica, okay? She belongs as much as the others do. It's us who don't belong there. And the best way for these four girls to live happily is to not meet them at all. There can be happiness in the literature club. There can be. Monica was wrong about that. But the best way for them to be happy is for things to wrap up here. And for things to wrap up here is by not doing the completionist route. And this just means that I'm done with the literature club, but not for reasons that say like something like, no, oh, I hate this game, I don't want to play it again. No, I love it, and it's precisely that I love it that I don't want to continue on the side stories after the main game. I don't want to unlock the ending to what happens if you delete Monica first. That's just torture. Or I don't want to, get the bad end and end the series on that note. No. If I was going to do the bad end, then I would make sure I would restart the game again and get the good ending. And that's that. But I'm not going to do that. Okay? I'm not going to do that. Let's see. So, our last final count. Data collected 84%. See, and I am so close to completing this. But it would require a lot of restarts in the main game, and I'm just not going to do that. So, in closing, I am done with Doki Doki Literature Club. I am done with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. But I am looking forward to whatever Dan and his team have in store for us next, because I don't think this is the end. I don't think this is the end of their projects. It could be the end of the Literature Club, and I hope it is. I hope things end with the equals side story. Not the end. And if they're still going with the horror route in a later game, I at least want there to be a good end. So, with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and watching me through this journey of the Literature Club. Okay? So, again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day. Take care now. And goodbye, ladies. See you next time.